fans are looking forward to seeing how Karan Williams plays, and it looks like Brent Johnson, perennial all-star, maybe a guy who rotates through the defensive line this year.
Saw Odell Willis, who had 10 sacks a year ago. Here's Cobb with a stutter. And across the 35, 36-yard line. Close to 4.
And one thing that people forget about DeAndre Cobb is that he had 60 catches last year as well. I mean, just over 500 yards. So he's got very good hands out of the backfield, and one of the leading rushers in the league in the year of the running back in the CFL. All those 1,000-yard rushers.
In fact, yards from scrimmage, second to only Joffrey Reynolds when you add on the receiving yards. Back screen that was thrown into the ground, incomplete.
Doug Brown forced Kevin Glenn to throw that in the ground. They were trying to get the screen pass out to the left side of the formation, Kevin Glenn's left. Doug Brown got a big push up the middle. And when he does, it makes it very difficult. He's right in behind here, and you're going to see a good push. And watch how he gets a good angle in the throwing lane.
Velarde kicking it away, and Javon Johnson straight ahead. Shakes one tackle and is finally brought down in Hamilton territory at the 49-yard line by Matt Carter. Javon Johnson, big return.
Improving the security and the economic development of Afghanistan. To a special hello to meet Sergeant Skylar Dumesny.
Fred Reed looking for a crease, and none was there as Mark Keith Knowlton has him wrapped up. Bombers in good field position after that 31-yard punt return by Javon Johnson.
Well, and one thing they have to know from just watching last night's football action was that you need more than a couple of touchdown lead. And 12 points is comfortable, but it's not enough to take your foot off the gas.
Reed loses one.
To get to 21 points at one point last night.
And that eroded in a hurry. Pierce steps up, takes off, and again hits the deck quickly, but looks like he's got enough for the first down.
And it almost looked like Buck Pierce on this play thought about this before in the shotgun position, thought he was going to run. I think he saw this natural gap to the left side of the formation. Then when he saw linebackers drop, he kept that in the back of his mind. When he saw it, he says, yeah, why don't I take it? There he goes. No one in front of him, and Otis Floyd had to close from the backside. Close to a horse collar tackle again from Otis Floyd.
4 carries, 70 yards for Buck Pierce on the night. First down. Here's Terrence Jeffers Harris. Around the corner, and he has another first down.
Well, Buck Pierce has taken off and run from the pocket a few times tonight. And when he has it, it keeps that defensive line guessing and makes them try and stay disciplined. But when you try and stay disciplined as a D-line, then you take a little bit of momentum away from your downfield pressure. And what I like about what Buck Pierce is doing is right there. Little hook slide early.
177 yards rushing last year. He's been halfway there already. Pierce wide open. Terrence Edwards, touchdown.
Oh boy, this is tremendous play calling.
Well, they've got a little chemistry, as Chuck Climbey mentioned.
Yes, they do, but just the variety of plays that are coming from the Winnipeg offense has this crowd in a frenzy and pretty excited, because Buck Pierce is going to roll in this direction and throw back against the flow.
Terrence Edwards said, you won't see much of what we did last year in this offense. We didn't see much of that last year. So the Bombers expand their lead. Terrence Edwards has his second touchdown of the night.
There's more to come. We can't be happy with this.
Second touchdown on the night. And closing in on 200 yards receiving. A little chemistry, as you mentioned, Chris, between Buck Pierce and Terrence Edwards. But I love the play call because as a defensive back, you're drawn to the side that the quarterback is going to roll out to. And that's the position you want to get to kind of cut off the receiver.
Here's Thigpen. Oh, and he gets leveled. Bombers are fired up. That's Marcellus Bowman.
I just love the play call here. As Buck Pierce is a quarterback here, there's Terrence Edwards and watch the defensive back. Now, hold it 1 second, guys. As Buck Pierce rolls this way, that's the action, and then back to the corner. Now, Buck Pierce is rolling, and you see the DB right here is now going to jump to that inside position because he feels Buck Pierce is coming there. Now, Edwards is going to go back against the grain. Buck Pierce puts the brakes on, goes back to the opposite side of the formation, and look how wide open Terrence Edwards is.
Gets a little more urgent for the Tiger Cats. At a double tight ends, Glenn looks downfield, looks for Arlen Bruce, and he can't bring it in. Up against the veteran LeVar Glover.
But Terrence Edwards plays it so well because as he comes down inside, and he's going to go back to this corner, but watch how he sells the inside move. So as he's coming down, he knows one thing, that this is a play designed to take advantage of a DB that's going to jump in the momentum. Jason Shivers is going to jump inside because of the roll to the right. As soon as he rolls right, he goes back against the grain, turns his shoulders around, and no way Shivers can get back there.
2nd and 10. Glenn steps up, and there is Arlen Bruce, his first catch. And with that grab, he goes over 8,000 yards in his CFL career.
Play before that where they were just short on the throw, Arlen Bruce was the wide receiver. On that play, they moved him back inside. So as Marcel Belfay mentioned, they're going to try and move him around in order to try and get Arlen Bruce open.
14 for Bruce. Big Cobb. And Glenn has Bruce for a second straight completion into Winnipeg territory at the Bomber 47. Five-time 1,000-yard receiver.
And he got up there, got the ball, and got down and protects himself in a hurry because there were Bomber secondary personnel closing quickly on that crossing route.
15 that time for Arlen Bruce. Doug Brown hustling off the field. First and 10. Out of the backfield, Cobb has the catch. And a marker down in the backfield, and Kevin Glenn is down. And
yeah,
a little slow to get up, and
there's a flag.
Does Odell Willis draw another marker?
Yeah, and it looked like it was because it may have been a low hit. And the question was it late as well?
Major foul, roughing the passer, Winnipeg 53, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, they're calling the other defensive end, Philip Hunt. Willis had some words with that offensive line, and Glenn still feeling the effects.
That's Willis. There's Hunt on the outside. There's the two that ended up trying to meet at the quarterback. They go out on the outside, again on Simeon Rotier and down low. And it was Hunt, number 53, who got Kevin Glenn below the knee there.
Ticats trying to answer. Threatening here with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Glenn on a roll. Over the middle, and it is caught. A big catch there by Arlen Bruce in traffic.
This is a veteran receiver that had coverage all over him. The trust from his quarterback in Kevin Glenn. But watch the fundamentals from Arlen Bruce at the end of the play. You remember Bryson James earlier on, let the ball hit him in the chest. Watch how Arlen Bruce is going to stick his hands out, extend his hands, come back slightly to the ball, and when he does, that causes just enough separation.
3 catches, 43 yards on the drive for Bruce. It's first and goal, and Rotier out of his stance prematurely.
That's what happens. You start to get beat a couple of times. The game starts to move pretty quickly for you, and you start to try and cheat the snap count.
Illegal procedure. Hamilton, number 65. It's a 5-yard penalty and remains first down.
Ticats did not intend on going all-Canadian on their offensive line, but opted to try it with the injury to Jason Jimenez in the second preseason game that puts him on the 9-game DL. Rotier had been challenging for a starting guard position. And a tough day at right tackle. Second and goal. First and goal. Down over. Went into the end zone. And out of the reach of Marquay McDaniel.
Ian Logan didn't have a lot of reps in training camp for the Bombers. They were still working on his neck. There were some concerns there that he may not be ready for the season. Does get the start, and he has played a very good game here for the Bombers in this secondary. Earlier on, he took away Arlan Bruce when they were trying to pick on the newcomer at halfback, and Alex Suber was right there for those plays. And that time, he picked up the receiver going to the corner and was in perfect position. Good game for Ian Logan at safety.
Second and goal from the 13. Here comes the rush. Penalty marker down, and so is Glenn. Joe Lobendon. Let's find out what the marker is all about. And it's been a punishing drive for Kevin Glenn. This is going against the Tiger Cats.
Holding. Hamilton, number 66. That penalty is declined. It's third down.
Alex Gauthier, the left tackle and former Bomber, called.
Alex Gauthier, the opposite side, and he's going to come right into your screen right there. And that's where you get the pull down from the shoulder and right across the face mask.
So the Ticats will settle for a three-point attempt off the toe of Sandro DeAngelis. And the Bombers' lead is now 16.
You know, the war in the trenches is where this game is being won and lost, and right now that Bomber defensive line is causing some problems, not just for Simeon Rotier, but saw Alexander Gauthier have to hold there. Doug Brown's getting a good push up the middle, and I talked to him in training camp. He's, of course, the 10-year veteran, and said, you know, we've got a young bunch, but they're a very aggressive bunch. First, he had a little fun with the young bunch, and he said, I think they're all 10 years younger than I am, but Simeon Rotier has got to try and hang on for one more quarter and try and keep that pressure off Kevin Glenn if the Hamilton Tiger Cats want any opportunity to come back in this game.
Sweltering night in Winnipeg, and we'll find out what kind of shape these teams are in the fourth quarter. Bombers take the ball at the 35. And a short gain for Fred Reed. Markeith Knowlton once again active.
That's called a run blitz for Markeith Knowlton. And what that means is he's basically blitzing, but he's blitzing to stop the run under control, so he's not running past the running back. And he plays that absolutely perfectly and closing in the backside of the play. He's going to come from the right of your screen. Reed's going to try and go backside and look at the controlled blitz. Not going towards the quarterback, just coming towards the line of scrimmage to try and stop the run.
Ticats looking for a stop here, 2nd and 9. Final minute, third quarter. Good push. Pierce steps up. And Buck Pierce takes a hit this time. Reached out for the 45-yard line. Let's see where the spot is. Close to a first down.
Well, at halftime, Paul LaPolice talked to Sarah and said that, yes, we've talked about Buck. We don't want to take his game away. We want to let him be himself and be aggressive. But we always want to tell him, if you have first down yardage, well, then make sure you get down because we've accomplished what we want. Well, Buck didn't have first down yardage until he had to take that hit to get it.
Bombers will be less than a yard short. The spot inside the 45 where Pierce had to reach. And Stephen Giles already in